We work in the offshore oil and gas business, which is not very low carbon. In fact, it's extremely high carbon. So I was rather worried that we were here under somewhat fraudulent reasons. However, I think our credentials are reasonable, and hopefully the video that's about to follow will give you a little insight. Well, Calidus started out 10 years ago as a company of 3 people. It rapidly grew to the dizzy heights of about 8, where it stayed for a good few years. Then some 4 years ago, we really started to develop the growth spurt, and over the last 3 years, we've now grown to 30 people. Calidus came into being mostly to focus on the oil and gas business that we're engaged in. But having come from a geothermal background, we've always endeavoured and have been successful in maintaining a geothermal component to what we do. And now probably about 20% of our business is focused on the high-end geothermal, the big potential power station stuff. Well, we started probably 25 years ago easily, building fairly simple tools because you just couldn't buy them to work at fairly modest temperatures. And then slowly over the years, we've produced higher and higher temperatures. It's the very high temperature geothermal work that's enabled us to keep our technology and capabilities very much on the leading edge. This tool consists of various sections. We have a sensor section here, and in this long tube here, we have a heat sink and electronics assembly. The idea is we have a 180 degrees C capable electronic system, but we've wrapped around it essentially an industrial thermos flask. A very special one, and one for us that has been a significant milestone in our technology development. At the front we have sensors for measuring temperature and for measuring flow. We also have a pressure sensor deep inside the tool, and we have an ability to measure changes in magnetic field. The flask that this is in has taken us some 3.5 years to develop, and probably something in the region of £500,000. So when we field trialed it and it worked very well, this really was a significant milestone for the company, not just from a technology standpoint, but from a commercial standpoint, as we now are pleased to claim that we are the only UK business capable of producing really high temperature thermos flasks, or dewars as they're called in the industry, for the oil and gas and obviously for the geothermal business. We've succeeded in attracting a grant from the government under the convergence funding, which is making a major contribution to a new facility that we're having built. Currently we have 4 separate facilities, and we're bringing all of those under one roof. So we're looking to reach 50 to 60 people in the next 2 to 3 years.